Hello and welcome back. In this video lecture, I am going to continue with the unit 1, that is DC circuit. The topics that I am going to discuss are Kirchoff's two law, current law and voltage law, network terminology. So let us start with the network terminology. Let us understand some of the terms related to the circuit or network. So starting with the first one, that is active elements. The elements which gives the energy, which supplies the energy to the circuit are nothing but the active elements in the circuit. So here you can see one circuit is there which consists of two energy sources E1 and E2 which supplies the energy to the other circuit elements. So E1 and E2 are the active elements in the given circuit. Next one is a passive element. The element which receives the energy, which absorbs the energy and convert into the other form of energy. So here in this circuit, resistor is a passive element which receives the energy from E1 and E2 and converts that energy into the heat. Other elements like inductor and capacitor stores the energy. Inductor and capacitors store the energy. Capacitor stores the energy in the electric field and inductor stores the energy in the form of magnetic field. So resistor, capacitor, inductors are the passive elements in the given circuit. Next one is a node. So here you can say point B where two or more elements are meeting. R1 and R2 and R3 are connected at point B. So this node, this is nothing but the node. So it is a point at which two or more circuit elements are joined. So in the given circuit, B and D are the nodes where two or more elements are joined. Next one is a junction. Junction is a point in the network where three or more elements are joined. So in the here you can see B and D are the also junction because here more than two elements or three elements R1 and R2 and R3 are connected. So B is a junction. Similarly at D, R2, E1 and E2 are connected. So D is also junction. Branch. It is a part of the network which lies between the two junctions or points. So here we can say AB is a branch, BC is a branch, BD is a branch because it lies between the two junctions or point. So there are total three branches we can see here. BAD is a one branch, BCD is a other branch and BD is a third branch. So it is a part of the network which lies between two node or junction. The next one is a loop. Loop is a closed path in the given network. So here in this network, we can see there are two closed paths, but actually there are three closed paths. ABDA is a one loop, BCDB is a other loop, and ABCDA is a third loop. Mesh. It is the most elementary form of the loop which cannot be further divided into the other loop. So mesh is a part of the network which is a loop, but it cannot be further divisible. So in the given circuit, ABDA and BCDB are meshes because it cannot be further divided into the loop. How? ABCDA cannot be called as a mesh because it consists of two loops, that is ABDA and BCDB. So mesh is a part of the network. It is a kind of loop. It is a form of loop, but it cannot be further divisible into the other loops. So these are the different network terminology that we are frequently encountering in this chapter. So now next one is a Kirchoff law. Kirchoff laws are basically used to determine the voltage and current in the given network. Network simplification cannot be done using only Ohm's law. Certain complex network require another law, that is a Kirchoff law. That is, there are two laws, voltage law and current law. So these are the laws which is used to determine current in different branches of the electrical circuit, which cannot be easily done by the Ohm's law, which cannot be easily solved by the Ohm's law. First law is a Kirchoff current law, that is also known as a point law, and second one is a Kirchoff voltage law, that is also known as a mesh law. And based on these two laws, we will be having two analyses of the circuit, that is a nodal analysis and mesh analysis. So starting with the first one, that is a Kirchoff current law. So what is the statement? It states that algebraic sum of the current meeting at a point, at a junction, at a node is 0 in an electric circuit. Algebraic sum of the current is 0 at any point or node. So to understand the KCL, that is KCL is a short form of the Kirchoff current law. Here where we can see the part of the network, one node is there where 5 branches are meeting, and the 5 different currents of the branches are I1, I2, I3 and I5. I3, I4 and I5. Now, arrow indicates the direction of the current flow. I1, I2, I3, we can see I1, I2, I3 are the incoming currents, and I4 and I5 are the current which are coming out from the junction. Now suppose we assume positive current direction for I1, I2 and I3 and negative current direction for the current going outside, that is I4 and I5. So I1, I2 and I3 are assumed to be a positive current, and I4 and I5 are assumed to be a negative current, because both one is coming inside the node and other are coming outside the node. So we can write according to the KCL, we can write summation I is equal to 0. So I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus in bracket minus I4. Why? Because we have assumed outgoing current sign as a minus sign, plus minus I5 is equal to 0. Here I4 and I5 contains the negative sign because we have assumed that outgoing currents are negative ones. So we can write I1 plus I2 plus I3 is equal to I4 plus I5. Now I1, I2 and I3 are the incoming current, and I4 and I5 are the outgoing current. So we can say summation of incoming current at any junction in a node or at any node in the circuit is equal to summation of the outgoing current, or algebraic sum of the current meeting at a junction or node is also 0. So this law will be using for analysis of the circuit. Basically, nodal analysis is done on the basis of Kirchoff current law. Next one is a Kirchoff voltage law. Now what is the statement? In any closed path, whether it is a maze or loop of an electric circuit, algebraic sum of product of current and resistance in each of the conductor plus algebraic sum of EMF in that closed path is 0. So mathematically we can write summation I into R plus summation EMF is equal to 0. So summation IR plus summation EMF is equal to 0, and that is nothing but the KVL. Now sign for EMF. So here one branch is there, AB branch is there. Now if in this branch, if we travel from A to B, so we are traveling from higher potential to the lower potential, from positive terminal of the battery to the negative terminal of the battery. So there is a fall in the potential, so negative sign should be considered. So E is considered to be the negative. If we travel from positive terminal of the battery to the negative terminal of the battery, there is a fall in potential, so E should be considered as a negative. Next, if we travel from B to A, so we are traveling from lower potential to the higher potential. So there is a rise in potential, so positive sign should be given. So in this case, E should be considered positive. Next one, sign for IR drop. Now here one resistor, one conductor is there which consists of resistor. If we travel in the direction of the current, and current flows from higher potential to the lower potential, so there is a fall in potential. So if we travel in the direction of the current, there is a fall in the potential, so negative sign should be given. So we should be considered as a minus IR in this case. If we travel in the opposite direction of the current, now current is flowing in this direction and we are traveling in this direction, so we are traveling in opposite direction of the current. So there is a rise in potential because current flows from higher potential to lower potential, and we are traveling from lower potential to higher potential. So there is a rise in potential, so positive sign should be given. Now, if current travels from A to B, then plus sign should be given here and minus sign should be given here. Similarly, if current is traveling from B to A, then current is entering over here, so plus sign will be here and minus sign will be here. These things will be required whenever we are doing the analysis of the circuit. So based on KVL, based on sign for EMF and IR drop, now take one part of the network. So this is one part of the network. There are total 4 branches A, B, C, D are the points. This is a loop. A, B, C, D, A is a loop. Now, branch AB contains I1 current, BC contains I2 current, CD contains the I3 current, and DA contains I4 current. Now, we have to apply KVL in this loop, and we have to find out the sign for different EMF and IR drops. So, applying KVL in ABCDA loop. So, starting with the first branch, that is AB. Now, we are traveling from A to B. So, here plus sign will be there, and here minus sign will be there. And as we are traveling in the direction of the current, the potential difference will be negative. So, according to the Ohm's law, potential difference is IR. So, we can write I1 R1 is negative because we are traveling in the same direction as current. Similarly, in the BC branch, we are also traveling in the current direction. So, I2 R2 will be also negative, fall in potential. Now, here we are traveling in this direction and current is flowing from D to C, and we are traveling from C to D. So, there is a rise in potential. So, I3 R3 will be considered to be positive. Then, in the fourth branch, that is a DA branch. In this branch, we are traveling in the same direction of the current. So, there is a fall in potential. So, I4 R4 is also negative. Now, what about the E1 and E2? Here, E2, when we are traveling, so first positive terminal comes. So, it is also negative. Now, if we are traveling in the case of DA, in the case of E1, the first negative terminal is coming. So, we are traveling from lower potential to the higher potential. So, E1 is positive. So, this is how we can assign the sign for different IR drops and EMF in the given network. So, applying KVL in the loop, we can write minus I1 R1 minus I2 R2 plus I3 R3 plus minus I4 R4 minus E2 plus E1 is equal to 0. In this video lecture, I have discussed about network terminology, Kirchoff current law and voltage law. Hope you have enjoyed the video. See you soon in the next video of the DC circuit. Thank you for watching.